John F. Kennedy Library, President's Office Files, Presidential Recordings Collection, Tape 114/A49, Reel 3. 1 minute, 55 seconds of this tape have been excised according to the donor's deed of gift. The 2 excisions have been indicated. For additional information, see recording log number 114/A49. Excision 1. 1 minute, 51 seconds excised.
You got 100 people doing the job. I guess that's the last minute. German government ways we're going to see what the main propaganda thing allowed to bring the wives. State Department said the White House has no interest in this. It just happened like the stupid brother is the greatest junkie of all time.
Yeah, and I've lost a lot of Minnesota too. And St. Louis. Hello, John. Good. Now, who knows about this matter in the government? And he wants the 90 cents or 95 cents. And what do you people want? Per year? Yeah. Why is going to increase the outflow? You mean the more money they make? Well, why don't we just prohibit them from coming and there won't be any outflow? Yeah, no, John, I'll get it. Yeah. Who's this going to do us any good with? You people. Who wants this? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. What about the, how much, what they usually get in the past? What is the AFL-CIO down there? Are they opposed to it? I see. Okay, let me talk to Willis. He did. Okay, well, let me see. Okay, I'll be back. No, go to the ball game because we don't have to get settled today anyway. Maybe if we are, I'll let your office know. And you know this, so I mean, it isn't something that you have to wait for. Okay. No, I cannot be back for you. So okay, you can call me after the game. When do you need a decision? Okay. Call me this evening. Okay, fine. Hello? Can you get me Secretary Woods, please? Did you read Time magazine yet?
Yes, Time News was side by side. You're ashamed of the copy each other's stuff. Childish, ever read.
How was Bradley?
Silly.
Bradley?
Why is that very well? Yeah, he has to put it all out. It's just
So do I.
same. Everyone's. Let us all sit down.
So do I. Bradley's been in a pretty heavy rap and killed off.
Where?
Yes, verbally. Well, I guess, killed off. We ought to make sure that everybody's, if they got anybody, I guess he's a Puritan, knocking, probably. So anybody who's got any girls is knocking, I guess killed off makes sort of I'll just play it more quiet. That's too much, so it makes a joke out of it. He's getting laid or not. Just do it as I just figured that those guys, the guy who's getting laid is knocking the guy who's getting laid. So, without mentioning Bradley to him, I'd just say to him on these trips, I'd never make it look like I was playing a stewardess or anyone else. They think if he's doing it, then you're doing it, then I'm doing it, then O'Donnell's doing it, and we're all getting wrapped. Huh? Yeah, I think he ought to look like he's all business. But look like he's parading stewardess around.
Excision 2. 4 seconds excised.
How's this trip look tomorrow? That state-by-state thing is not interesting, but the cocksuckers that I told it a little while ago I was a sure thing. You can tell me what except.
What state did you refer to that differently here?
What? Well, I would have left the South. You would have left Louisiana differently. Who do they give Texas to, Dollar? In that survey, they still have you only beating by 10 votes? I get that. If I get Texas and California, I lose everything else in the West except what?
See, even though they give you Utah, take away New Mexico, even bring Montana. Give Montana, give New Mexico. But give Montana, Utah, New Mexico.
Well, you can take Utah, though.
Yeah, I'm taking Utah.
Sure, Utah. But, they give my eye. Is what Ray Bliss is so wonderfully organized.
Especially in 58 when he was chairman of
Everybody's forgotten that. Well, I'll tell you, there's no profession. I'll tell you who we're going to be, if we get elected in 64, we're going to be the most fortunate political crowd that ever did. I'll be the worst fucking president. And if you win in 64, you're a fucking genius. There's no business that it pays success does it pays off better. I could read Teddy White and all geniuses.
Well, I don't know, Mr. President, whether we
The Donald's constitutionally brilliant.
put the great opposition
Ron Scaly, Vince Gotti, you know, there's a lot of time, a lot of the rest of us. What about Arkansas? Is it going to be any good? Yes. You going to have a good crowd?
Yeah. He goes doing everything from the
Make it good?
Yeah.
Oh, are they putting out anything again today?
Screaming. And he beat on the call, he said, how come you haven't known he goes on the people on the staff?
Did you say, we have
Dr. Larry, he said, and he said, no, because the president of the AFL-CIO screwed that up. I talked to him yesterday. He said, he'd be on the platform, he could have led it, he's like, there's no platform. I said, yeah, on the platform. And he said, no, he's talking. Really, gee.
But, and then, you know, remember my staff that's going?
You don't have the stats one. You know, but I got it the second.
Now, what is he, what business is there his?
I think he's told, certain terms,
Hatcher isn't going, is he?
Hatcher, I gave Hatcher 2 days off for the World Series. He got 2 tickets for the World Series. That doesn't go. We can go back and you know,
Everybody asked me about Hatcher. Say, well, if you get him up to the World Series.
as bad as I get it, it's about half the people that do it. We used to they neither kill out Ryan or they can do it the White House.
I'm not goes on there. Hello? Hello? I got a call from our good friend Senator Smathers in Florida about those, Secretary Vance and General Taylor, we're all familiar with what we're talking about. Well, we have, in addition, we have a water, I don't know, Mr. President, or the report this morning, I don't think we want to get this sort of approved. I think one of our problems has been that there's sort of division of emphasis, and I don't think it's, the more I look at it, I don't think it's, I think most of us really are in agreement with that, so we just question covering it up, or papering it over. The question really is how, whether these political actions will have a bad military effect. I think the question of the Secretary of General is it may well in the future that the health issues that could very well. And if accomplish this. I think we're probably all in agreement that at this point, the wisest way to do it, cut off completely, would be not wise, unless the situation really begins to deteriorate more. We should use our efforts to bring about a change. So I think we're in pretty good shape, and I'd like to see if we could make this a governmental policy, because I don't think it does more any good, it doesn't do the government any good to appear this division in any way to the state and defense and CIA, unless there really is a very substantive one that is bound to get out. But I don't think there is now. We can all sign on to this paper of the Secretary of General. It's a pretty good heart. I think we ought to have that. That pretty much got our policy now, and we ought to do a little window dressing the atmosphere changing of our own as well as in Saigon. We won't have some problems, but I do think we ought to here be pretty general agreement. And it should be reflected in when we say to any of our subordinates that this is the line and that we're going ahead with a difficult situation. But there's no disagreement back here. There's no disagreement between us and Ambassador Lloyd. Ambassador Lloyd has to get his own personnel in line, and he's given all the authority that he needs to do that. Do you want to make any suggestions? This is, you're familiar with this draft now that we put out at the end of this NSC meeting in order to try to.
I should say, Mr. President, not everybody has seen this in its present language because we were negotiating back and forth to read it in 3 departments. I think we ought to take a minute, let people read it, and then you had 1 or 2 amendments of your own.
So I say, well, this was not an issue. Now, my changes at the bottom, you want to put it as, include my changes in this?
Yes. First, on the top page, that if we can get agreement, we would do well to say that the basic presentation of the Secretary and the General was not so much accepted by the President as endorsed by all members of the Security Council, National Security Council. And then that the following statement of U.S. policy was approved by the President. Take out the endorsement. Put the Security Council endorsement on the basic report rather than on the statement. And get all members involved. Then on page 1 of the draft statement itself, the President is concerned about this sentence about the major part of U.S. military task can be completed by the end of 1965. And asked whether we would do better to say that that is the judgment reported by Secretary McNamara and General Taylor.
I would like that.
Because we don't want to be in a position where we are terribly, so that what we might say is Secretary McNamara and General Taylor reported their judgment that the major part of the U.S. military task can be completed. Then in the paragraph 4, the President's suggestion is
And that Mac eliminates his military
well, then you don't need that, right?
Right.
On paragraph 4, you change the order so that you would have the political situation in South Vietnam remain deeply serious. The United States has made clear its opposition to any repressive actions in South Vietnam, not hanging too tight on the regime, which will only make bad feeling.
Just leave out the word gang, instead of repressive actions.
I made that suggestion. Try it when you have something more important to try it. Then the next sentence, after to do so, to say these actions have not yet significantly affected the military effort, but could do so in the future. The President is himself wants to be sure that the document as a whole reflects the notion that the object here is to win the war, and he thinks putting the sentences in those order strengthens that proposition.
What did you do with the clause I must continue to do so much?
No, I think you would take that out.
I think so too.
I understand your position.
And then change
And then these actions have not yet significantly affected the military effort, but could do so in the future. Take out of the present regime. And paragraph 5.
I think you'll say these repressive actions, just in case somebody doesn't say it's United States opposition that have not yet affected the war.
Roger, I do think that's a little sensitive. Actions is action. No, the Vietnam, and then 2 words later, it's these actions. It can only be those actions.
Sure, okay.
Now, we had a suggestion that we get out some guidance that everybody in the field loves everybody else.
Those are the only changes.
Those are the only changes he put forward. I don't think he feels frozen to this document, which he's only had 5 minutes to work on, and I think we should argue about language where people have suggestions. I had to change the shoulds and oughts to wills and musts in a couple of places simply because it wasn't clear who should do what if it becomes a statement of the law of the government. And I may not have got those right. Do you have any change in paragraph 5? No.
That's the earlier, the last 2 sentences of the whole draft.
There's a clause, I must continue to do so, that clause would come out as I understood the president. Now, I think we ought to check that back with him, but that was the way I understood it.
Or did you say the president wanted to make it clear that the primary objective was to win the war?
He thought that didn't want to have it said that we were just Pollyannas who couldn't stand a little authoritarian government, or that we were making these noises out of the sort of we're making them because they're really seriously related to this central purpose of it. One, he thought that changing the order of the sentences would have that impact on paragraph 4.
Huh? Yes. But it's not, see, it's not.
Change there to repressive actions was something George thought was very important. Otherwise, it would be if the word repression and our opposition to it appeared nowhere in the statement.
Our opposition to repression is essential, no?
We haven't taken that out.
Well, I'm sorry. I was looking at the earlier draft. You dictated to my signature.
Oh, well, why don't you keep from the present draft?
Oh, yes, but I mean, what Abel's suggesting is that which paragraph you would like to go back to, which paragraph? At the very end, the earlier clause, our opposition to the repression is essential not simply because of our own political status, but basically because it affects such a question of what the order says. But then we had changed that, we thought we were well. We worked out some language with
That one, I think it's better as it is, but we have that old language here somewhere.
This is quite a bit watered down, he says.
Well, I agree that it's not as peppy as it was before, but I don't think that's really the point. I think the point is that if we get into all that stuff in the last paragraph, we open a whole lot of other questions. Now, I don't myself think that we ought to look at the document as it stands now and see whether it fails to do something you want done.
I think the thought is covered in the new paragraph 5. Free and peaceful. Yeah, peaceful and free society. This sort of sounds as if we just said we were naughty boys, and that's the end of it. We cut out must continue to do so, and also the other thought. This is to fierce opposition to continued opposition.
I think we can. I don't think there's any, I don't know if we should check with the president what his feeling about must continue to do so is. I literally don't know his
Well,
thought.
it is all continue, must continue to do so, if you put in the continued opposition.
Well, let's raise this one.
Because this sort of sounds as if, there's been a slight slap in the wrist, and
That's right.
everything is lovely again. And, that is, I understand that that is.
That's not the position.
Stay up, Jeff.
Mr. President, we're working on paragraph 4. I gave what I thought to be your suggestion. I'm not sure I had it right. The first sentence would stand as it is. That we would then go to the present third sentence, which would read, "The United States has made clear its opposition to any repressive actions of the present regime."
Well, no, I mean, the present regime, just...
That's right, I beg your pardon. Any repressive actions in South Vietnam. And did you or did you not mean to strike the next clause? Averill points out that it's important not to have everybody think that our attitude on this is that bygones be bygones business. We could either say, we could leave it as it is and must continue to do so, or it's continuing opposition.
I continue opposition.
I don't know, I prefer this.
To any repressive actions,
Secretary of Defense wants to be quite sure you think any is necessary there.
Well, that's less. I mean, I just think these public statements of attack on the regime probably is not going to be as effective as right now, and or new ones, particularly related to your these actions we may take. That's why I say any. Yeah, what's your...
No, just it seemed to isolate small incidents that we would have to be criticizing.
Oh, no, I used any unless, meaning that we would oppose any action that's taken as repressive. I thought it was less direct than using the word we oppose repressive actions, basically. But maybe we want to be direct.
I think it's, frankly, I think it's a little more sort of straightforward to say repressive actions, because we aren't going to, not every case.
There's
Someone
no
gets
way
beat up in the street, but
I see you're using a different sense.
yeah.
I'm using the meaning in particular.
Yeah, what I was meaning was that we're not saying there are, but either do.
To the extent there are any. But to the extent that there are any.
That's correct. That's, yeah, I just, all right, political situation out here in the deeply serious. United States makes clear to
And the third sentence would be, these actions have not. Or such actions have not. What is it? Period.
no, I get back to it.
Oh, wait, no.
We might learn the word why.
They
Such
could.
actions
Yeah.
have not significant effect on military effort.
While such actions have not, they could do so in the future.
And therefore, concerned with
So I don't think you should discuss it, that's the only reason.
I just put it in, I like that a little bit. That's right. Otherwise, they say, why the hell aren't you doing it? This is the moral judgment. I think it's much more realistic, ethical one. If you're doing it on a hard-boiled basis, it's going to hurt the war. Then I think.
Well, I think we've got more than one audience on this question. We've got for domestic opinion, I would agree with you entirely. On the other hand, on the point of view, say, of the UN, where, this is going to be examined with great attention, I think, that we shouldn't indicate that our only interest is in winning the war.
This was a point which the Secretary of State emphasized on the phone today.
I'd rather tie it. I think we've got a major problem in the United States, and I think it's better to make it our objection, our big problem with this thing, and I think so, is because it's going to hurt the military. The fact of the matter is, acts take place every place in the world, so I think that's the best place for us to be. There's some way we can word it and still get that. Make it serious, but make it not repressive action. Well, I don't think the choice is necessarily that we're saying the only reason is because of the military. We're not saying that.
Not as
If you leave it as it stands, plainly.
All right, well, if you want to leave out the words while, just say such acts have not yet significantly affected military effort, but could do so in the future, and are therefore of direct concern to us.
Well, that's the question. I mean, that does narrow it.
I think we could leave that part out.
All right.
I think it says it on the check.
Such actions have not yet significantly affected the military effort, but
Well,
could
leave
be.
it a while, while
Such actions. I think that's all right.
They could do so in the future.
They could do so. Mr. President, may I make absolutely sure how you have this previous sentence? The United States has made clear its continuing opposition to any repressive actions in South Vietnam.
Yeah.
All right.
And must continue to do so.
No, continuing does it.
Okay. I think this gets it, all right.
Now, paragraph 5, we have had a difference, Mr. President, of emphasis. On one hand, I think it'd be fair to say that the Secretary McNamara and General Taylor want to keep it clear that the problem here is to win the war. The Department of State is in favor of winning the war, but wants it clear also that this is a part of a wider concern. This paragraph attempts to not paper over, but to say both of those things in a way that's acceptable. I'm not sure that Governor Harriman doesn't want somewhat stronger language.
Sure, now that you put continuing and
Right.
put in.
Well, why don't you take out the word not only, support the other people to defeat aggression and to build a free society.
The other question, I think that's a good, Mr. President, there is some difference of opinion in paragraph 3, the last sentence, by the end of this year. Again, I think the State Department's feeling is that this signal may be ambiguously read, and we're not quite sure what people will think it means. Bob has a strong reason for stating it. I think you may want to hear the
Let
argument.
me say that I think we will not make any serious objection to this. I've told Bob just now, I can see certain advantages in it, and I've consulted with Dave what we feel is
That's
true.
fine.
The only reservation about it is that it commits us to a kind of, if the war doesn't continue to go well, it looks like we were overly optimistic, and I'm not sure what benefit we get out of this time less than 1,000.
Mr. President, we have the 1,000 split by unit, so that if the war doesn't go well, we can say these 1,000 would not have influenced the course of action. The advantage of taking them out is that we can say to the Congress and the people that we do have a plan for reducing the exposure of U.S. combat personnel to the guerrilla actions in South Vietnam, actions that the people of South Vietnam should gradually develop a capability to suppress themselves. And I think this will be of great value to us in meeting the very strong views of Fulbright and others that we're bogged down in Asia and will be there for decades. All right?
There's a certain drafting point there too, Mr. President. We've changed the language. Secretary and General Taylor quite agree. Secretary McNamara and General Taylor reported their judgment that the major part of the U.S. military task can be completed by the end of 1965, etc. I think we might also say in the next sentence, they reported that by the end of this year, because
We want to say it's vigorously pursued as a
stimulus.
no, as a, no, I'd rather not, Strategic Hamlet. Okay. Well, because I think if it is vigorously pursued, we ought to take a major test. Of course,
Vigorously pursued 95 more to the end, defeating it by the end of 1965.
that's what I meant. I was talking about
You're talking about line before, you know.
not the 1,000.
But whether it's vigorously pursued or not, we'll have a training program such that we can take them out, and we ought to be charged with the responsibility of doing that.
All right.
I'd like to ask once again, because we're not in a position where we can check back to those most familiar with Ambassador Lodge's thinking, he will feel that this statement is responsive to and in support of his enterprise, because the importance and value
to say that, close out of the questions for the moment, but just say that the further study is being made of the report from the Secretary back to our General Taylor. Just not to see that. Any other steps?
Why can't you say, Dave, that if the course of the states fell, the Secretary's action was in accordance with the policy enunciated last night, you presume that it would be done at the present time, we're continuing on our regular age schedule. In other words, I don't think we ought to do a telegraph if we're thinking about this at all. You get with that?
Well, difficulty we're saying we're continuing on our normal age schedule, which of course we're not.
Present age schedule.
But it's, oh, I see, present age schedule.
How much we got
The implication, though, it might well be in Saigon that we've decided to continue the aid program. In other words,
Mr. President, may I
we don't want it to go either way.
Dave said that he's not prepared to make any statement on that. This is
I think for the time being, it's all right.
And I would suggest that we should not take long internally to review these and be prepared to come back with two. I would think we could come back Friday. We can hold until Friday any statements.
Now these, and the other, all right, and one of the other things is this question that there's some news about the CIA.
Mr. President, may I interrupt for one moment? It would be helpful, I think, now that we have an agreed statement, if we could let Mike Manitos begin to telephone selected senators and congressmen with you off the board.
Here it goes. Okay, that would be all right. Who you got the group?
Larry set it up.
And the other thing that we asked was on the story about severe split and what he had to say about that.
Well, Mac has some background. You got it there?
Yes, sir. This one that was a little bit too fluffy that nobody would believe it.
This one here,
Yes, I think that the only thing, oh boy, that I think that I just reading you the policy now, I think we'd rather try to tell them that it's always been so. If you start here in Washington or Saigon, we just say that you're satisfied that the policy is now approved by the NSC, it's going to be carried out by everybody, except the approval of every agency in Washington, department heads, and the approval of ambassador lawyers will be implemented on all levels. Let's just put it on that basis. We don't try to fight it out.
Could we have an order that we do not discuss the past? I know that there's been feeling and people have been driven into remarks or backgrounding on how things happened and who was on what side, but if we could stop that, we'd gain. I think that nothing can be gained by replying to assertions of what other people are supposed to have said about other people.
I think you ought to say, as of tonight, we have a policy, this is where we're hanging on to.
We're not interested in the past because we can't pick up that china.
Significance of this is it's a government-wide statement of policy which has the approval of every.
Yeah, and more than that, not only that statement was obeyed, but also the report, recommendation,
Yes, the report.
was endorsed by all.
Right.
And we don't know what's in it, so we're going to have to fight that fight out for the next 4 or 5 days.
I presume this report or summary will be transmitted to Saigon. Yes, but not, I think, until we.
That's not so much an action until we know what we want it for, though. Gee.
Kind of going to be the time. I know we can hold that until we get the decision.
In other words, the key, more typical question you got is what means are we going to use to bring pressure to change political atmosphere? That's going to be one of the things we pressure the press. I don't know. But I say we just have to wait on that.
Well, we should be prepared by Friday, Mr. President.
I think our president, if it's agreeable, what we might do tomorrow is to have a meeting, sort of executive committee level, go try and organize not only the next steps, but also the ways of managing this process from now on, because it can't be managed by daily NSC meetings or anything like that.
I think, Mac, suppose we stay tonight just 5 or 10 minutes until we can get to work for tomorrow and Friday on specific action.
That's the Vice President.
set, the rest, of course, is West Berlin. Now, last night, the details are tracking put the point on that, the issue on that point, that we've got to the point where you said that most of these other questions have come all over the place to clarify that point. He didn't do it last night. He tried to find out whether we had any new ideas about Berlin. But I talked to Tommy and Bill Howard. Well,